Hey, what's going on guys? Saiyan here, back with another part to What If Kid Goku Went Super Saiyan. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind later. Also, go follow my Instagram for behind the scenes stuff and early thumbnail releases. Click the link in the description to watch part 1 if you haven't already. But with that, let's get into the recap. In the last part, Goku had transformed into the legendary Super Saiyan following Krillin's death. He defeated Piccolo, but also killed him faster, which stopped the birth of Piccolo Jr., and that resulted in Kami dying, which made the Dragon Balls useless. But later on, Raditz, Nappa, and Vegeta showed up, and Goku took them all down easily, but he heard about Frieza, and a new set of Dragon Balls. At the end of the last part, he went to Namek with Gohan and Bulma, with the hopes of reviving Kami, Krillin, and Roshi. Let's pick up right there. Goku, Gohan, and Bulma have landed on Namek, and they land at the same time that the original Bulma, Gohan, and Krillin did. That means Goku was here way earlier. He got about a 9 times increase in the original series. Goku was around 10,000 when he left, and was at 90,000 when he arrived. Now, although it's likely he's stronger, I don't want to give him higher than a 9 times increase. He was already training with Gohan, who slightly hindered his training, but it isn't that much because Gohan caught on fast, so he doesn't get a higher or lower increase. Let's put Gohan between 3 and 4,000, while Goku would be at 100,000, due to him being stronger when he left. These power levels are only a rough estimate though, as after the gang saved those kids from Frieza, they get their potential unlocked by Guru. This includes Cargo, and that might be important later. Guru unlocks not only Gohan's potential, but Goku's as well, giving them an additional 7.344 times boost, and that makes them much stronger. Then Bulma uses the Dragon Radar, giving it to Goku and Gohan, who search for more, finding a couple at the start. There aren't many left due to a lot of them being on Frieza's ship. A question you might ask is, how does Frieza even know about the Dragon Balls? Well, although he might not have heard it over the scouter, even though there's a huge chance Goku just says it because it's Goku, he had been looking for something of sorts and doing his research. So it's safe to assume that he learns about them and decides to go to Namek because that's where the Namekians are. Apparently they made the Dragon Balls. Vegeta was spared in the last part, but this comes to bite Goku in the back, because Vegeta is now on Namek and is his own solo third party. But there is a problem for them, in the form of Dodoria and Zarbon. Vegeta didn't run into them. After the group powered up from Guru and started flying around, Zarbon and Dodoria had picked up the spike of power levels on their scouter. They intercept the group, as Gohan takes on Dodoria, while Goku simply blasts Zarbon, killing him. Remember, this Goku is not the same. He had gone through more trauma as a kid, and wasn't going to let these assholes stop him from reviving his friends. Dodoria is able to get the upper hand on Gohan, and Goku is about to intervene, but suddenly Gohan's power erupts as he flies through Dodoria, killing him. He then has one of his rage boosts, which Goku is able to calm him down from. Frieza tries to contact Zarbon and Dodoria, and he gets no response. He damns the world thinking Vegeta had killed them, so he calls in the Ginyu Force, and they arrive with new scouters and a dancing attitude. But as Goku and Gohan confront the Ginyu Force, Goku has had about enough. He powers up to Super Saiyan, and without anyone seeing him, he rushes through and kills Jace, Birder, and Raccoon. Gohan fights Goldo, trying to fight him, but that's when Vegeta shows up and takes him out. Vegeta and Goku squabble as Vegeta screams at him about Super Saiyan and everything, about teaching him Super Saiyan, but then Ginyu runs in and he switches bodies with Goku, wanting that golden hair for himself. Ginyu Goku is made, and of course Ginyu can't access any of Goku's power, including Super Saiyan. Vegeta laughs as he beats the ever-living crap out of Ginyu. He doesn't care that it isn't actually Kakarot, but the satisfaction of beating up his body is too much to pass. Vegeta nearly kills him when Ginyu goes to change bodies back, but that's when Goku jumps in and trades bodies back. He then kills Ginyu. Vegeta had been collecting Dragon Balls and he totally forgot about his, so he rushes away. He may have 3 or 4. Fortunately, Goku has a Senzu Bean for himself and he takes it. Gohan is basically totally fine. With Goku getting a Zenkai, this one is the biggest yet, pushing him to actually above 3 million unlike the original. Since he has a higher power level and had his potential unlocked by Guru, I would put him at 5 million instead. So with all of his forces practically finished, Frieza approaches Goku as Gohan backs up from Goku's order. Goku steps up to the plate, but this fight is much less exciting, as Goku is so much stronger and already has Super Saiyan. He takes on First Form Frieza with no problem. Second Form Frieza doesn't stand a chance. Frieza then enters his Assault form and thinking this might actually match up to Goku, but Goku's still pretty disappointed. That's when Frieza starts to power up again, first to his final form and then to his 100% power. This time Goku gets excited, needing to power up into Super Saiyan himself, and then he fights Frieza, still above him in power. It's not even a challenge. Now some people argue Frieza's final form without damage is 150 million, And even if that were true, which it might not be, Goku right now is at a power level of 250 million. So he takes out Frieza with no problem. Frieza dies facing the reason he destroyed Planet Vegeta for. The Kamehameha is just the right thing to use, and Frieza is no more. Goku, Gohan, and Nail confront Vegeta, and Goku actually asks him to stay on Earth with him. If he chooses to ditch his evil ways and become sort of a good guy, he can teach Vegeta Super Saiyan. He sort of agrees with this, saying they will see him around, but first he needs to go do something. Frieza wasn't the only Frost Demon left to slaughter. He finds a spaceship and leaves. With the help of Dende, Goku brings back anyone good killed by King Piccolo, which brings back Krillin and Roshi. With the second wish, he wishes for Kami to be brought back to life, but this brings back another threat, King Piccolo. Since his life is linked with Kami, reviving him also brought him back. But that isn't as troubling as you would think. Tien is on planet Earth, and he knew this was going to happen. That's why Goku asked him to stay back. Goku informed him that they were going to revive Krillin and Roshi, and this included Kami as well, but this would bring back King Piccolo, and he knew that. So Tien was prepared. Right as King Piccolo was brought back to life, Tien used the Mafuba to seal him away immediately. The last wish is for Namek to be brought back to its former glory. The Z Fighters then leave, training on the way back, which makes them all much stronger. Now Earth has Kami, its guardian back, which brings back the Dragon Balls. But there are two more people on Namek that really want to go to Earth, wanting to meet this Kami. Goku explains to them how he's really old, and this encourages not only Dende, but his brother Cargo as well. Remember when I said this was going to come into play later? Both are Dragon Clan members and have gotten their potential unlocked. While Dende wants to be Kami's successor, being told by Guru that it's okay, Cargo actually wants to train with him and become a warrior Namekian. While Kami isn't a warrior, he does know of some neat tricks. Goku makes sure to tell him that. Cargo actually wants to train with him and one day return to Namek, even being stronger than Nail, so he can defend the planet. With his dying breath, Guru gives both of them his blessing, and then passes his role on to Mori, and Mori creates a new set of Dragon Balls. When arriving on Earth, Goku shares a huge hug with Krillin as they have their reunion, and Krillin has learned some handy tricks while being dead. The Dragon Balls are gathered, as Krillin is still in his younger body, since you can't age while dead, so he wishes for himself to get older, and get some sort of a power boost. With Dende's help, Kami is able to upgrade Shenron slightly, with it being able to grant 2 wishes, but they can't be nearly as power consuming for Shenron as Dende's Dragon Balls were. This will change soon as Kami is planning something. While Krillin did learn new tricks, his power didn't increase as much, so now wishes for a boost to get older. He looks old, feels good, and powerful. Following this, Vegeta shows up on Earth, after taking care of the rest of the Frieza Force. He even has a mini arc where he takes on King Cold, and something happens to him while he does. Clearly, King Cold is extremely powerful, even in his second form, so to take him down, Vegeta would need to be as well, but he isn't. King Cold had beaten up Vegeta and nearly killed him, but Vegeta, on his last breath, acts as Super Saiyan and ended up killing him. Yes, he gets a Frost Demon to his name too. Good for Vegeta. He then went to Earth, where he would still hook up with Bulma and actually learn the Super Saiyan transformation alone. The heart virus still strikes Goku. I like to assume he got the heart virus from either how he lived as a kid or the 3-year gap between Yardrat and the androids, but since it was never confirmed, I'm going with that. We are now in the future timeline. This prompts everyone to, while still being sad, continue on their training. Although it's not nearly as rigorous as in the original, as we all know everybody trains much harder when they know a threat is coming. And Vegeta, after getting a big boost to his pride due to him accessing Super Saiyan on his own and killing King Cold, is actually much more open to training with people. Mainly and practically only Gohan, because he wants him to unlock Super Saiyan. With Goku dead, there's only one Super Saiyan, and Vegeta wants to take Gohan under his wing. But about 3 years later, multiple cities are blown up, and when the Z-Fighters go to confront whoever did it, or whatever did it, they see 2 people, or rather androids, 17 and 18. But that's where we leave things off for right now. So what did you guys think about Dende and Cargo? What do you think is going to happen now that Vegeta had learned Super Saiyan early, and is much less prideful? Leave any thoughts or suggestions down in the comments. I'll make sure to respond. But you need to make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be part of the Super Saiyan Force. It's free and you can always change your mind later. But with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.